Hello once again everyone, Original Blood Ace back again with another video. Now this is gonna be a rant video, but before I get into it I must say, if the information in this video is indeed not true, and whether it's Nintendo or some other one after they've gotten the game Mario Kart 8 themselves, that is after it releases, and it comes out that this is proven false, then I will apologize and do a video apologizing before I get into this rant. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. I don't know how long of a video this will be. I was thinking up a hell of a lot of stuff I wanted to say in this video before I actually got to recording it, so I'm probably going to fucking forget most of what I wanted to say. Anyway, the topic, Mario Kart 8. Supposedly, Digital Foundry says Mario Kart 8 averages 59 frames per second, which, really, a 1 frame drop? I'm not even going to argue about that. That's, even though, if that is legitimate, that's utterly pointless, to be brutally honest. Nintendo probably could do a patch that would fix that 1 frame per second. But seriously, a 1 frame drop is kind of such a joke, it's not even funny. But runs in 720p. First of all, while that's not a bad thing, we were told 1080p months ago. So now if it comes out that this is indeed 720p, 59 frames per second, I'm not a happy camper. And no, not because I'm a graphics whore, I want that 1080p, blah blah blah, I'm only gonna buy a game because it's 1080p, no. No, but because I don't like being lied to. When Nintendo told us before Mario Kart 8, Smash Bros, Bayonetta 2, actually I think it was Platinum Games that said it would be 1080p 60 frames per second. But when we were told of these games being that, and now it seems it's not, I'm just sick of being lied to. It seems that's all this fucking industry is about nowadays. It's backstabbing, it's lying, it's just it's buttering up your fans, telling them what they want to hear to get them to buy your products. You don't have faith in your own damn product anymore, and then so you have to butter it up and lie to get people excited about it to buy it. And that's just fucking wrong. Now the real sad thing about this is, if this is true, then why the fuck did we go 8th gen? Why did we need to make the 8th generation? Seriously. I mean, it was supposed to be, and I'm not going to say 1080p 60 frames per second is, top-notch technology, top-notch quality in gaming, because it's not. 4K is, currently anyway. Eventually it's going to probably go up to 8K. And this is with PC gaming, of course. But there is literally no fucking reason for the 8th generation of consoles to not be 1080p 60 frames per second. Native 1080p 60 frames per second. That is just to be expected, and that should be the norm. The normal. Yet, here we are. Now, of course, as I've said before in the past, all the consoles would get up to that in their best case scenario. But with this, if it comes out, Nintendo even themselves says, yep, 720p, 59 frames per second. What else were they lying about? Smash Bros is going to come out and it's going to be 360p with 12.5 frames per second at best. And it's going to be choppy and laggy and all that crap. Seriously? Zelda will be 110p, maybe 2 frames per second at best. And no, that's not me bashing, the Wii U is weak, the Wii U is, pathetic, blah blah blah. I'm so fucking pissed at people lying in this industry. Whether it's Day 1 DLC, dislocked content, whether it's stuff like that, I don't care. It should never happen. There is a saying, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's what the gamer to company relationship should be. Gamers support the company, and the company supports the gamer. However, that's not happening as well as it used to. Stupid screen, don't you dare go dim on me. My point is that the gamers should be told the truth about the products. They should not be lied to. And you know how sad it is that even Microsoft is doing a better deal with fans or consumers than Nintendo is. How fucking sad is that? Xbox One was failing so much worse than Wii U. And Microsoft, the stubborn donkey-ass, or jackass, I should say, company that they are, they were forced to actually use their ears and listen to what people said. We don't want Kinect. Okay, here you go. $400 Xbox One without Kinect. We don't want the DRM and all that crap. Okay, we get rid of it. Now, don't get me wrong. I still think there's a high chance they'll bring it all back once people start buying the damn console. But the point is, they actually listened and are fixing the problems that they have with their system. Nintendo, stubborn as always. And it's not just fucking Nintendo in general's fault, it's mainly Iwata's, and I'm gonna get into him and attack him a bit too. Yeah, he might be the nicest guy in the gaming industry, or one of them, he might be the most passionate, but guess what? That does not equal success. You can't sell your passion, you can't sell being nice. It doesn't get you anything. Nice guys finish last, as the saying goes. Now, I'm not saying Sakurai Iwata should be a jackass, because that's not going to be good either. The point is, Iwata is not good for Nintendo. Now, I'm not saying just fire him on the spot instantly, don't force him to resign, no, because then that leaves Nintendo literally just sitting there with no one at the head of the ship. There's no one steering, they're just sitting there. They're not going anywhere. They need to actually put in effort, find someone to run the ship, take over the Nintendo company, and do a damn better job than him. Come E3, it's literally a dead end for Nintendo. It is like, everyone always says, oh, all aboard the hype train when talking about Nintendo. Well, that train is heading to E3, but at E3 for Nintendo, there's a bridge coming up, which is the E3 event, and the bridge is blown up. It's out. It's broken. There is no fucking bridge. So one of two things will happen at E3. Either Nintendo will realize their mistakes and start to fix it and hit the brakes and stop themselves from fucking flying off the cliff, or they will stay delusional, as always, and remain being fucking arrogant pieces of filth and end up going right off the edge of the damn bridge and crashing and burning. And no, I'm not saying Nintendo is doomed, but and you know, people say Nintendo needs to drop the bomb at E3. No. They don't need to drop the bomb to blow away the competition. Nintendo needs to drop a bomb on themselves and blow themselves up and literally start all over from the ground up, rebuild Nintendo, and do it all completely fucking different. Other than having a console every time that's something new, that's the only good thing. Completely start over. Because they're simply, and even come up with a brand new fucking name for the company. No longer be Nintendo. I don't know what you could possibly call them. Maybe Nintendon't as the official name. I don't fucking know. But is it so hard to ask that we get treated fairly as consumers? None of the PR bullshit. No lies. Remember when Reggie said the Wii U wouldn't have a drought, that there would be a steady stream of games? Now, granted, he's not a developer, so it's not his call. He doesn't exactly know when games are coming out until he's been given a release date. So, but what he should have said, instead of that, because he really shouldn't have said that, was games are coming. But he should not have said it will be a steady stream, because that was a fucking lie. So, we as gamers or consumers should not have to put up with fucking bullshit from Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, EA, anyone. I don't know what's happened to the gaming industry. Why can't we go back to the GameCube days when it was all magical, GameCube, PS2, and even the fucking original Xbox? Those were some of the best days in gaming. Hell, NES to GameCube were the golden days of gaming. And isn't it sad that with technology getting, supposedly better, we're going down in quality? It's kind of like a movie example. If you look at movies that were out a long time ago, and then you look at remakes these days, where they have better technology for the special effects and everything, tell me, why is it that special effects back in movies from, 20 years ago or whatever, the special effects were so much more better and realistic and epic? Nowadays, with their supposedly better technology, it's way overdone and it loses the magic and it's not as good. Maybe they should do that with video games. Maybe you shouldn't be pushing forward for the most newest advanced technology, because it's not getting you a better product, it's getting you a shittier one, generation by generation. And it's only gonna get fucking worse. Can you imagine if, say Sony survives into the next generation and Microsoft is still around, not getting bored of the gaming industry or whatever. Say next time they go for 1440p or whatever the fuck it is, for their console. What is that really gonna do? Nothing. It's not gonna do a damn fucking thing. I just am so upset that we are lied to so much these days. And it's not alright. We shouldn't have to put up with it as gamers, as consumers. We really shouldn't. Yet people are still gonna give up money and say, oh yeah, well, it's part of the way it is. It's just the way it is. We get lied to, we get treated like shit, but here's $60 for your game. The industry's gone to crap. I mean, back in the day, remember this Nintendo seal of quality? Ha, fuck that. Nowadays it's Nintendo the seal of mediocrity. Hell, the fucking gaming industry has gone from the golden days to being not even the Stone Age. I mean, mediocrity at best. Really. Back in the days, you could find good game, good game, good game, good game, good game, and people were being truthful and not being deceitful as much and whatnot. Nowadays, you gotta dig out, you gotta go grab your shovel, you gotta go dig through a mountain of crap to try and find a game that's actually good. Now, that might be opinion-based on what constitutes as a good game, but you'll have to dig for what might be days, weeks, whatever, in a mountain of crap to find one shiny gem that is a good game that you actually really enjoy, and it's something new and innovative and exciting. And it's just sad that that's what gaming's become. Maybe I should just give up my fucking morals, as a gamer. Maybe I should just throw away all what I stand for gaming, for wanting the past to still remain relevant. And I don't mean like Nintendo style where they're stubborn and stuck in the past. I mean I want the high quality from the past to be maintained in the present, which it's not being. Maybe I should just give that up, give up my morals for gaming, just become one of the generic people who gets excited for fucking Call of Duty every year, and become a brain-dead ape, and nominate it for Game of the Year every fucking year. I don't know. That just seems like it's the way to go. I mean, it's the easy way out. Do I want to have to go and become that? No. I ain't weak willpowered like that, but you can only be pushed so much and treated so poorly for so long before you have to ask yourself, what is the point in me fighting this war to try and better the industry when it's not working? So many people are just... It reminds me of, if you've heard of the show Kitchen Nightmares with Chef Ramsay on it, which, by the way, pretty much my favorite, one of my favorite people in the world, and even though he's British, he's like one of my favorite British people in the world. But anyway, on that show, he goes to help people's restaurants that are failing, and those people are always so in denial and delusional. They say their food is great, when it's not. But they've been eating their own crappy food so long that they become delusional into thinking that that's the standard, that it is good food. That's my comparison to the gaming industry. So many people are okay and have become okay with buying generic crap year after year. that it's become the normal thing to do. And I have to say, it is slightly to blame on the gamers' part for dragging down the quality of the gamers. Don't think the companies are innocent in this, because they're sure as hell not. Companies like Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Activision with Call of Duty, and Bethesda and EA and all that, they've contributed a shit ton of this to lowering the quality and supposedly making it acceptable. Because so many gamers these days are just willing to fucking shell out $60 for these games that, I mean, if you had asked, if someone from the past, in like, you know, late 1990s, early 2000s, was time traveling and they came to this era, I mean, it's only, what, 10 years later from that, but they would be like, wow, this is what gaming is going to become in 10, 15 years from now? Really? And they'd be disgusted with it. Things have got to either change, because if they don't, they're going to change either way. They're either going to go up or they're going to keep going down. It's just, why can't we all get along? Is that too much to ask for? Is wanting the company and the fans to get along, because that's how it should work. A company is nothing without its fans. I don't know how many fans Nintendo's going to have at the end of this generation. I really don't. I don't know how many fans Microsoft will have. I don't know how many Sony will have. I don't know how many Capcom or Ubisoft or anyone will have. There's a few gems hidden in the mountain of crap still. But not many. And I hate to say it, even if I see a Star Fox game at E3, I don't know. I'd be excited for the game, but I sure as hell would be like, now, Nintendo, you really want to try and make me pay $60 for a game that, I mean, after all the crap you've done, really? I'd probably still get it, because it's, you know, for me, a Star Fox, I can't resist it. And again, like I said at the beginning, if it comes out and that Mario Kart here is actually 60 frames per second, which, one frame, not really a big issue, but it is actually 1080p, and that Digital Foundry is the liars here, then I apologize for basically everything I say in this video. Well, not everything, but the Nintendo part anyway. I don't know, I just don't think it's fair that we have accepted the lower quality in the industry and allowed it to become the normal. So both the gamers and the companies are to blame here. Not much else to say. What else? One of my friends, I don't even know, he said he'll probably not get Mario Kart on day one, because while he thinks the game's good and it's not even about paying the $60, he doesn't want to pay Nintendo. He has a Wii U. He also has an Xbox One. He works for Microsoft, actually. But, he doesn't want to pay Nintendo. And I can't blame him. They don't fucking deserve it. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, I know what I should do. Is in my decision between a PS4 and Xbox One, I should go with an Xbox One. Just to say to Nintendo, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna buy a console that's even doing worse than your fucking console. Maybe I should sell my Wii U and put it towards an Xbox One. I don't know. I've never sold a Nintendo console in the history of my life. I own a Super Nintendo, N64, 2 GameCubes, because one had an issue with the lens reader, you know, I had 2 Wii's because one also couldn't read discs. I had a Wii U, or I have a Wii U. Have the original Game Boy that was see-through. Have a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, DS, DSi, and 3DS. Never owned an NES. Played one, but never owned one. But never sold any of them. Why? Because they all had a bit of magic to them. They all had, you know, a special connection that connected with your heart as a gamer, as a consumer, as a human. Do I regret getting the Wii U? Yeah, you're damn right I do. Nintendo's done a piss poor job, and that's being nice, saying that. Do I regret getting the 3DS? No, not really. At least with the 3DS, they turned it around. They gave it a lot of good games. They really did. But, I don't know. Plus, with the Ambassador program, they really should have did that with the Wii U to people who got it on day one. Giving us some random virtual console download games for free. Hell, maybe even some, like, better games than the 3DS one, because most of the 3DS games I really didn't care for. They should have given, imagine if the Ambassador program did exist on the Wii U, and imagine if they gave you, like, even if it was 5 games, say it was like, let's see, Bomberman from the N64, although I guess they'd probably have to get permission from Konami. What if it was F-Zero GX from the GameCube? What if it was, like, Custom Robo from the GameCube? What if it was Super Mario 64 or something from the N64? Big titles like that. Then that could have helped out quite a bit. But it just seems with the Wii U, and ironically a lot of people still have a problem with the name, I never even did, but whatever. It just seems that Nintendo doesn't want to care, doesn't want to fix it, doesn't know how to fix it, I don't know. They've just... I don't even know how to explain it. They've given up. They don't know what they're doing. They're like a chicken with its head cut off, running around in circles. I don't even know if I want to get Mario Kart 8. I mean, the only reason I want to get it still is to do my OBA tournaments and record them and put them to YouTube. For me and my fans to play together. So I think that's the only reason I'm going to get the game, is for my viewers, is for my fans, my supporters. Because that's what it's all about, as I've said. The people who support you, you treat good. Take a page from my book, Nintendo, and learn to go back to treating your fans good, or well, if that's the proper grammar. I don't think I need to go on too much more. I don't know. Maybe I'll get the fucking Xbox One with its amazing 792p graphics and 30 frames per second and its generic shooters and all that crap. Maybe I'll get the PS4. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Ubisoft, Capcom, Bethesda, Bungie, Retro Studios, Naughty Dog, Rareware, who else? Next Level Games. Did I say Bungie already? I don't know. Activision. They all just need to get their shit together and just be gone. Just go away. I think that's gonna do it for this rant. I've went on for fucking 23 minutes. It's a long ass video. But, once again, I spoke from the heart. Gave my true feelings. Because I don't see the point in building up a fan base just to lie to them. I just find that unacceptable, and it's like you're wasting everyone's fucking time. So, that'll do it. That'll do it. Once again, I'll reiterate, why can't we just have a Canadian video game console? I'd be all over that. I mean, if I had the experience in making a console, I'd do it my fucking self. I really would. But I don't have the knowledge in that. Anyway, I'm Original Blood Ace. I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, I'm not sure if that's the right way to describe the way I hope you feel about it. But whatever. I'm Original Blood Ace. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned. More videos coming soon. As always.
I'm the cult of personality. The cult of personality. The cult of personality.